Did you call bank? I called game.
What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and today I'm just doing a discussion video talking about NBA 2K20 and one of the features they're adding and what I believe they should do with that feature and if they should even add it in the first place. I'll get into that more into this video. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. You're going to see some gameplay in the background of not NBA 2K19 because, well, you'll see when I talk about it in the video in a second. The other thing is congratulations to Corey Black 5 for winning the 75,000 VC giveaway for NBA 2K19. This has honestly been one of the better giveaways and I want to keep doing this. I'm going to start the next giveaway tomorrow. So if you want to get ahead of the game, either follow me on Instagram or Twitter and you could have a chance to win one of the giveaways. I'll tell you guys what giveaway I'll do tomorrow. We'll see which one we'll do in that moment. But congratulations again to Corey Black 5 for winning. Now let's get this discussion video started. The thing I wanted to discuss in this video is the fact that actually in NBA 2K20 it is basically confirmed that there's going to be WNBA teams added to the game. Now this has not been officially announced by 2K just yet. They're not going to announce anything really big for a little while yet, but still I wanted to talk about this thing because here's the proof that we have. First of all, so AJ22 Wilson on Instagram, who is a WNBA player, basically went to get some face and body captures for herself for NBA 2K20. Now whether or not she's just going to make an appearance in the game or they're actually going to add WNBA teams is the question. Now she does say in her comment, scored a bucket on Ronnie 2K in the celebrity game, and now I hear that WNBA is going to be added to the game. Now she has not deleted this post and this was added basically months ago, so it's basically confirmed then. She's announcing that WNBA is going to be added for NBA 2K20. But is this something that we even wanted? Is this something that's going to work? How should they even do it? Those are the questions I want to present in this video. So the first thing is, why did they even add it? To be completely honest, let's be completely real, the WNBA is not a very popular sport. Not very many people watch it, and there's a lot of complaints for it. I understand all of it. But here's the thing that I want to argue, is that they added EuroLeague teams. They've added international teams. Why not also add WNBA? A lot of people had argued that we didn't even use the international Europe teams or anything like that because we thought they were dumb and they were worse players, so why are we going to use them? But I used them, so just because some people didn't use them doesn't mean all people. Let's be real. The people that actually play basketball or the people that actually play NBA 2K19, of all of them, maybe like 5% of them are actually women, and maybe that's being a little generous. Not a lot of women play the game. I'm not saying that none of them do, but it's not a big percentage. To add the WNBA, it's not going to be a lot of women who are fans of it who want to play, and then a lot of guys are also not going to be super fans of it and want to play either. However, because the WNBA is struggling a pretty significant amount, I actually think it's going to help the sport out a good amount. For a sport that has no attention, very little people watching them, and not a lot of hype around it, if you add them in 2K, at least a lot more people will know the names, play with them. Now, the WNBA has already been added in other platforms. NBA Live has already done this with women's teams, and it's been pretty hype, and a lot of the times that I've played NBA Live, either with friends or just by myself, I've used the women's teams, like I've actually given them a shot and tried them out. The same thing I believe can happen in 2K. And there's already been sports games that have been representing women. It's not just the WNBA. And FIFA 19 also has women teams, and they've been doing this for a couple years now. They have full international women's teams. So it's not just NBA Live representing women, it's also FIFA. If these games do it successfully, and it helps the game out, and it helps their sports out, why not add it in 2K? Again, if Live has something that's better than 2K, that's a mistake. 2K is supposed to be the better, more dominant game than Live. At least that's what it's been so far. From my understanding, you could literally already make your My Player in NBA Live as a woman. Think about it. This is a game that we all consider to be much worse than NBA 2K. Like, the race between NBA Live and 2K has been pretty dominated by 2K. And yet NBA Live is at least trying to get creative and doing things that nobody has ever done before. How is 2K allowing themselves to lose in that race? Like, they're winning in everything, but for some reason they can't try to be a little creative. Like, there has been barely anything new added this generation, and I think it's time at least to end it off on a high note. So they really should do at least My Players you can start making as a woman, because again, out of all the player base, there are some people that are women. There are 2K YouTubers that are women. So 2K, get on that as well. You can't miss out on this opportunity. and it looks like they aren't. It looks like they're finally adding WNBA teams. Now, whether or not they're going to add actual WNBA teams or they're going to do like the all-star teams of the women, they could do that too. I think either way it's going to be fine. Personally, you don't really have to add every single WNBA team. What I think they could do personally is have the all-star teams like all-star East and West and have the best players in the women's league and represent them there. I think a lot more people would use them. When it comes to ratings, that's going to depend. Like, is the best player in the WNBA going to be a 90 overall, or should you compare it to actual NBA players? If that's the case, then WNBA players would be in the 60, 50 overalls. But if you're comparing them within their leagues, like Brittany Griner and really good players would have really good ratings, you know what I'm saying? Personally, I say add it. Listen, just because you think that they're worse or they're not as good doesn't mean they shouldn't be added. Again, EuroLeague, European team players and teams, a lot of people think they should have been added because they were worse, but I liked when they were added and I used them actually a good amount of times. I think they should add international teams. I think they should add G League teams, Summer League teams. I think they should even have a all high school, all college team. I think that would be fun. Again, add WNBA. Add as much content as you possibly can in NBA 2K19 or NBA 2K20. Like, add as much as you can. Why would we ever want to shy away from more content? We want them to add as much as they can. We want them to make this game as good as possible. And I think they really can with adding WNBA on this. And then maybe they could have like an all-star weekend thing. And maybe even you could have like a My Career story, like the first woman to play in the NBA. Again, when it comes to My Career, like I said, I think there's about 5% of women who actually play NBA 2K19. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I'm not sure the exact number. But that's about where I think it is. Should they do My Career, where you can finally make a woman and actually make her like the first woman in the NBA ever, and like kind of do that, or do a WNBA My Career? Either way, you could do either one. There's probably people out there who want to pull that off. There are women that play My Career and Neighborhood. They should add that into the game. Let them enter the NBA for the first time ever, a woman, or they could do a WNBA My Career story. Either or. Add more opportunities. You want more people to come into this game. It's better for business. I think they should do that. Also, I'm going to go off topic for a second. That was, I guess, the first part of this video. Here's the second part, and that is that NBA 2K19 is actually $3 right now. Yes, literally, it is stupid cheap. You should buy NBA 2K. This is not a commercial, I promise. This is a public service announcement. Xbox is selling NBA 2K19 right now for $3 on the Microsoft Store, and then I believe PS4 is selling it for $3 tomorrow. Take advantage of that. For this game, $3 is pretty solid. That's basically free. Like, this is a solid game to have for just $3. I know that there's a lot of people complain about it. I know there's a lot of game modes that need work. I get all the problems and the gripes towards the game. But listen, for what it is, $3 is a steal. Pick up the game. I guarantee y'all, all of y'all should go get the game for $3 if you don't have it already. There's still 3 more months left into this game before NBA 2K20 comes out. That's actually a good amount of time. I know a lot of people are like, I don't know if I should buy it because NBA 2K20 is already being hinted at. Why should I even buy NBA 2K19? Because like I'm saying, it's $3 freaking dollars. It's super cheap. That's ridiculous. Sure, it's going to take a very long time to grind, and maybe you shouldn't play My Career just because everyone's so far ahead now. But you should play Now Online, My Team, even though My Team's gonna be hard too. But there's other things like My League. There's a lot of things in this game. You can play with friends. There's so much that you can get out of this game for $3. And I especially think if you're someone who's never owned a 2K game, really, if you're someone who's never owned a 2K game, I really suggest you get this to try it out. I believe that NBA 2K19 was better than NBA 2K18, and 2K18 was like the worst of the worst in 2K. So again, I do think this game is better than usual. The defense is much harder, so it's a little difficult, or I guess more difficult than usual, but it's still a fun game. It really is. I promise you guys, y'all really should get it. And again, when it comes to women being added in NBA 2K19, they really should. Again, I see no problem with this. I think there's going to be more people happy that it's going to be added than people that are upset that it's being added. Honestly, why should we even be upset? It's more content. It's more stuff to be added. It's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of creativity that can be done with this. I think NBA 2K should really add WNBA teams, and it looks like they are. So hopefully they follow through with that 2K. Let's hope you do this right. Let's end NBA 2K20 on a high note, because after that, it's the new generation and we're going to be looking at some crazy stuff. So let's end this generation that started off good and then been pretty bad after. Let's finish it strong. Let's add as much content as possible. 2K, I agree. And that's it for this video, you guys. At the end of the day, they're adding something new, and that's like the positive thing we should take out of this. I'm just glad 2K is actually trying to add new things, because we can get bored of this game pretty quickly. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call bank?